Are you ready to defrost? Let's turn up the heat this week. We are in the sun-drenched towns and beaches of Puglia.
Woohoo! We are wandering to Martina Franca, and we have our very first Trullo home for you tonight.
Here is a sneak peek of the first property. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
What do you think, Dad?
That's gorgeous.
Let's get into it.
Here's a look at what we have in store for you. 4 properties starting at 27,000 euros.
Welcome to Martina Franca in Puglia. 48,000 residents. I'm feeling warmer already.
All right, we already know we're in the heel of the boot, but where exactly are we this week?
We're in the, look at this, armpit of the heel of the boot, all right?
Armpit.
Right? Right there, there's the armpit. Woo, okay. Kind of close to the water,
Wow.
and look at this beautiful town.
Yep.
Okay? Where am I drinking
take
wine?
it.
Where am I drinking wine?
all
Right in the middle
over the
where that
place.
forest is. Psh, right there, because there's no peaks.
And how do you get to this lovely town? Brindisi Airport, under an hour away.
Very nice. Train stations everywhere, and guess what?
We have one in town.
Station in town.
And this is a regional train, but you can take it to get to Bari. So, are you ready, honey man?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we do it after 6 weeks now? 1, 2, 3.
Monopoly.
Rome.
I just like the name.
Monopoly.
And it's always nice to have bus stops in town, and there are lots here.
Okay, bus stops. Let's talk about some very important need-to-knows. You have hospitals, a hospital and 2 urgent cares in town.
Great.
Very nice.
And then doctors all over the place.
Okay. You also have no tooth drilling sound. You have multiple teeth in town.
Multiple tooth in town.
Tooth in town.
And then pharmacies. Yep, you're covered.
And of course, veterinarians for the Zozo and the Mau Mau. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the area, in town.
We always have to take a minute to thank our amazing channel supporters. You guys keep our content free and frequent. Big shout outs to Mark S. and John and Leona for the super chat and the super thanks. You guys are awesome.
We love ya.
Are you ready to wander?
Yes, you want to take a look? Nice singing. Here we go. Where are we? Let's go. We're taking that.
Oh.
You're singing to me. We are starting right here at Alfresco Dining for the Jamie wife. Okay.
Nice. Andiamo.
Look at this arch right
Wow.
there. Okay. Let's
Gorgeous.
check it out. Let's
Look at
check
the
it out.
streetlights even.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Here we go.
Baroque architecture everywhere.
This is a nice spot.
Very NFC.
Yeah. Tons of restaurants. You know, look straight ahead there. Up here on the left is a park. All over here is a beautiful
Wow.
park, right?
This is gorgeous.
So look at this. Sometimes these towns can look rusty and dusty, if you will. But this looks...
It might look a little dingy because of
Yeah.
the white and it needs some pressure cleaning.
Yeah, but this one
looks very nice.
Yeah, this is very well kept down in Puglia. You're not rusty and dusty, babe.
Oh, that's good.
You're new,
Not
fresh,
yet.
and
I'm
clean.
getting rusty.
No, she's new, fresh, and clean. Okay, let's take a left here. Look at these side streets. Okay, you're seeing
Beautiful.
restaurants, you're seeing shops, you're seeing parks, you're seeing piazzas, if you will. We have, look at this. Would you go there? Cafe
yes, I
Retro?
will.
It sounds
Yes.
like it's made for us.
Absolutely.
Okay? Check out this building over here.
Yeah,
All right, Tree Line
beautiful.
Street for you?
I love it. So nice.
So I'm just going to turn here and look at this beautiful
Ooh,
thing and
pretty.
say, this is a great town. This is the first home, and it is unbelievable. It's in the historic center.
It has a knocker.
What? Woo! She's feeling frisky. This one was built in 1744. Not this one. That one. The one that's coming up. Okay, but check it out. You're in the historic center. What do you think of this stuff? What do you think about these details?
That's beautiful.
How much is this puppy?
This is 370,000 euros, about 430,000-ish US, 165 square meters, over 1,750 square feet, a 3-1.
Okay. I see a door with a...
Naka.
I love that knocker. Really nice knocker. You know what I'm saying?
I like the wrought iron up top.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Here we go. Let's step inside. You guys are going to love this one.
Jeez. That's so pretty.
Cute little entryway.
Look at those stairs.
You can have a little, welcoming chair or something there.
A welcoming chair.
You open the door and I'm sitting there drinking a glass of wine. Okay.
You appear with wine.
Yes, I'm gonna go back. Ready? I'm gonna come out of that little cubby hole right there into my chair. All right.
And then look at that door.
Yeah, beautiful door. I see stairs. Who wants to go up those stairs?
I do.
Look at that, man. That's beautiful.
It is.
Everything is very meticulous in this house.
Cubby. Another
Ready?
one.
Wait for it.
Woo! This is wild.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
This one is perfect. It's in amazing condition. Look at this architecture here.
Talk about new, fresh, and clean.
Look out the window. Beautiful blue skies. Nice and warm, if you will.
The standard, pretty much, in Puglia.
Yeah. What do you think of that ceiling?
It's beautiful.
It's like one of the best we've found, to be honest with you. Okay?
It is.
We're spinning, we're spinning, we're spinning, we're spinning. We're gonna spin one more time. We're spinning, okay? So we got a whole 360 of that room. Now look through that doorway. I see some stairs.
I do too.
Okay. In this big hallway.
Gosh, this is so light and bright and pretty.
Yeah, ceilings
they
are
have
great.
some Christmas ornaments on the tree.
Oh, Jamie, of course Christmas wife would see that. Okay. Who wants to go up those stairs?
I do, please, sir. Oh my goodness. Look at those floors. I love fun floors.
That's right. Did I tell you that this one was in an old palace? So obviously this is legit. Look out the window. Look at that church right there. Beautiful.
Yeah, that
Beautiful.
is.
Okay.
Jeez, this room. Look at the ceilings.
Look at the ceilings.
floors.
Did you just say that? Look at those ceilings. Ready? You want to zoom in on that? Check this out.
Wow.
All right.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. I wouldn't change a thing.
No.
Look at those floors are in such great shape too.
They are.
Okay.
Perfecto.
Here's another room.
Wow.
These floors are a little different.
Yeah,
I like them.
I love them too.
The high ceilings, the stonework. Look at the attention to detail here. You know, so this has been completely renovated.
It's
all
great.
of the modern conveniences ready to go.
You have heat throughout as well, which is good. It gets chilly there.
Yeah. Beautiful ceilings, of course. I mean, yes, I'm into it. I'm into it. Okay.
Ooh.
Beautiful room.
Yep. Agreed. Oh, look at the vault ceiling there.
Yeah. Vault ceilings there, and you have a skylight. Let's take a look at that skylight, right?
That's
great
so-
condition. It's not like a hole with a little
love that.
trapdoor
So
and
unique.
bugs and frogs and ants and rain and sand get in.
Sand.
Yeah. Jenny. Cute floors.
Jeez.
Really, really nice.
Really pretty.
Really nice. Okay. I see stairs, which I
This
just
room
see.
is.
You want to see what's up?
I do.
Upstairs? Okay.
Oh, rooftop HHT, baby.
Yeah, drink some wine up there. Live your life. Look over Tatooine, right?
Tatooine.
Who do you see? Maybe Luke Skywalker.
Love a rooftop HHT.
And this is a big space too.
That is.
It's beautiful.
It
I can
really
see
is.
having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, drinks, parties, all of it. Very nice.
The whole shebang.
And then you see stuff like
view.
this,
Yep.
Look over.
Very pretty.
Beautiful town. Look at the trees. There's a lot of trees too. It's nice
There
and green.
are.
Here's another space that's beautiful.
What the heck? That's so unique.
Yeah. This place is crazy, guys.
It is.
Okay, I even like that little basket there. That's a pretty basket. You know what I mean?
Oh, I bet. Kitchen?
Yes,
So you got to put your kitchen in.
that's right.
They took the kitchen with them, which
They
is pretty standard in
Yeah,
Italy.
it's pretty standard. But they did leave the ladder, and there it
Thank
is.
goodness.
Okay.
Well, it's the light.
Yeah, but it's a ladder.
Look
too.
at those ceilings, though.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Wow.
Someone really had a great eye for detail and design here. I would have done probably pretty much the same thing. Maybe not the ladder.
Because
but
you
I love
also
it.
have a great eye for detail and design.
I picked you. You're a great design. Anyway,
Thanks,
I love
sir.
it. Heaters. Look out. Look at the windows are in great shape. The ceilings here
They
are
are.
unbelievable. Look at that. It's
Yeah.
just
Love.
yeah. Okay.
Pretty space. More of that tile
Yeah.
as well.
Built in there. I mean, what?
I know.
So good.
It is.
How about this new, fresh, and clean bathroom with beautiful ceilings?
Yep.
Okay.
Bidet Carino. I like the mirror
There
before
it
you
is.
ask me.
I'm going to put that in there for you. Okay. That's a nice
Oh,
size.
I like the vanity too.
Yeah, it's a nice size bathroom.
Is this the jacuzzi tub?
Yeah.
Ah,
there it is.
fancy.
There it is. Very nice space. Beautiful sink. Look at these fixtures.
Yes.
This isn't the throw some crap in there from Amazon. This is the real deal here. Look at that.
Yep, it's very nice. I like it.
Restoration hardware-y.
Really nice
if you will.
details. Oh my god.
How about another room, babe?
Wow. Those floors and ceilings.
Yeah.
It's already the perfect color throughout for me personally. Love it.
Look at these details.
Yep.
Guys. Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I mean, this room.
Stunning.
You got a little HHT right there.
I'll take it.
There's your view, right? There's your view down the street.
Nice.
So you're right
And
in
you're
the historic
in it.
center. Yeah.
Right?
You're in. You walk down, you go start, here you are, right? So see where the road is open right there and it kind of runs into that building? That's where it is, okay?
Right there.
We're going to zoom in right there. We're going to zoom in right there. We're going to zoom in. We're getting closer. We're zooming. We're zooming
We're
again.
zooming.
Okay,
We're
here
zooming.
you go. So there it is.
With all the open shutters.
Yeah, and you see the door that we went through with the knocker. Okay, there it is. So this is a different side of that rooftop terrace. This is beautiful. The front side here.
You can see the skylight though.
Oh yeah.
That you see
there
in
it
that
is.
stairwell, which is funny.
Good eye, Jamie. Good eye.
I know.
Okay, so here you are. You're right in the middle of it, and this
You
one
are.
is this one's $370, which is not cheap, but for what it is, it's extremely cheap. If you
Right,
will,
to be in the center of it all.
Yeah.
And it is so gorgeous inside. Part of a palace.
Unbelievable. Okay, here we are. Give me the rundown.
So 370,000 euros, about 430,000 ish US, 165 square meters, almost 1,800 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, historic center, built in 1744 in a palace, jacuzzi tub, rooftop HHT, gorgeous floors, ceilings, all the little details throughout.
Yeah.
It's a stunner, and you could always make an offer.
Yes, this one is unbelievable.
If you join us every week, you know that we focus on one town and feature properties from there. But if you want to explore more of Italy or more of Europe, you may like Premier Property Passport. That is our newsletter that goes out every Sunday. You have 2 options to sign up. We have a free option that gives you 1 standout property per week, or you can sign up to unlock 20 or more properties each week. And right now we have some great introductory pricing. What have we had so far? I think over 40 properties in Italy, probably 25-ish in France, and we've covered Spain, Portugal, Ireland, Scotland, all kinds of fun stuff.
Amazing properties. This is an example of the newsletter. This is actually collection 1. We're on 6 now, but check this out. I saw there's France, there's Greece. We have a crown jewel, which is an amazing one, a bargain beauty, unbelievable. Look at this. Italy, 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 Italy. So we do a lot of Italy, but we do check out other great places like Spain and Portugal and Scotland. Very cool.
Before we get to 3 more properties, we're going to knock out some need-to-knows. Grocery stores, lots in town.
That's right. Restaurants, of course, tons of restaurants. And that first house is right there next to multiple restaurants. You can see this beautiful place. I'd bring you there.
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready.
I'm starving, and look at that. I got that for you.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
I want to eat each one of those in one bite.
That looks like the
Yeah, I'm just going to, okay, bars.
Bars and pubs and all kinds of good stuff. I see a wine bar too.
Okay.
All in town.
That doesn't sound terrible. Would you like to elevate your drinking?
Yes, I would.
Okay. As I said before, there are tons of wineries in Puglia, which surprised me before I started doing all this research. But check this out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Wow.
6, 7,
There's a
8,
lot
9
in town,
right
in the
around
area.
there.
Yep.
What is happening here?
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
Woo!
Let's say salute, right? There's
Salute
a
to
glass
that.
of wine. Okay. It's not white wine in here, but we'll
No.
guess.
If wandering through the sunlit Puglia streets makes your heart skip a beat, you should definitely give this video a like.
She makes my heart skip a beat. And I would like to say a very special happy birthday to my beautiful Jamie wife. It's her birthday in 2 days. And if you want to wish her a happy birthday, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the first of 3 1-minute wanders. This one is a 1-1. It's 160,000 euro, and it is beautiful. Are you ready to take a look?
I am.
Okay, here we go. There it is.
Wow, look at the ceilings.
Yeah,
Aircon alert. Aircon alert.
And you have a fireplace.
that's right. You're going to stay cool. You're going to stay warm. Everything is exactly what you need it to be.
So this is 160,000 euros, about 186,000-ish US, almost 800 square feet.
Open living. Look at this. There's the living room. There's the kitchen.
Yep.
Very interesting.
I like it. You are just a couple miles outside of town, so close enough to feel away, but not too far,
Look at those ceilings.
right?
Yeah. Yes, you get some peace and private, but you also have a hop, skip, and
Peace
a
and
jump.
private?
Peace and private. Peace and quiet and privacy. Okay, look at this kitchen. It's interesting. They put a little sleeping area over there if they have some
did.
guests, so that's fine. That works. Look at that beam right there.
I know, right? Mm-hmm. So you have a decent sized kitchen.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty. Oh, it's giving it away.
This is the Trullo. I have never seen a Trullo in this good shape. Everything we see looks like a dirty, rusty cave. But look at this thing. They put a lot of time and effort into this. Okay?
They did. You have laundry. You have a bidet carino.
Yep. By the way, this one has 3/4 of an acre of land as well.
And it comes
Furnished.
I could see laying on that bed with the air conditioning blowing on me. But see, they have this extra space and they put a little bunk bed in there.
Yep.
That could
But you
work.
can make that another living
Yeah.
area.
Look at this.
Right?
Okay, there
That's
they
great.
are.
So 3/4 of an acre of land.
Look at all that stone. This is like outdoor living too.
Right.
You know, it's only a 1-bedroom. Actually, I'll say 1.5 because you have that area. But look at this. All that stone.
That's nice.
Outdoor seating. Look at this cute wall. Listen, outdoor shower. I can picture you there, Jamie. Okay.
I mean, that's really what Puglia is about. It's the outdoor living.
Yeah. I like how they elevated this. They put that, what do they call it? AstroTurf. I'm going to say AstroTurf and show my age, okay? But look at that stone is beautiful. I love this sort of, pergola area.
Yep.
Little
make that like more of an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how they're using it, but we put in some kind of stove or oven or something fun.
Grill.
Yeah. So you're actually like kind of fenced in
That
over
looks like
there.
a
You have
former
wall.
greenhouse that just needs some canvas. Look at that.
That's right. There they are.
so
How
fun.
cute.
It is.
They're like knockers.
Jeez.
But look at all this
That's
land.
your land.
What could you do with this land? A lot.
Right?
Actually. Eddie would play soccer.
Look at that sink.
Yeah. There you go. You have water out there. Okay,
Right.
look at this. You have this wall. All that's your land, and there it is. Pretty interesting.
It is.
You could tidy some of this stuff up, but there's a bird's eye view. You see that whole space.
Look, that's your whole.
Yeah.
The whole shebang goes right there.
Yeah. You want
That's
a piece.
crazy.
You want a piece of land in Italy for how much is this?
160,000
Yeah,
euros.
completely renovated and beautiful and
You
gorgeous.
got your outdoor living already set up.
Yeah, look at
You
this.
have air conditioning.
Yeah, I'm in. Okay, we have steps to the roof, so you can go up there and touch the things.
Touch the things.
Yeah.
I don't need to hang out up there.
No.
I'm good down below.
If you're drinking
There's
wine,
no
don't
railing.
go up there.
I don't need to go up there.
Okay.
No.
But
You
there
also
it
have
is.
the fireplace in there too. It's just nice.
Yeah,
you
look
have
at
it
this.
all.
How nice, right?
And if you get a canvas for that could be your little.
There's outdoor lighting to light up your land too. I just think it's great.
That's cute.
Okay.
So 160,000 euros, about 186,000-ish US, 72 square meters, 775 square feet, 1-1. Couple miles from town, you have your fireplace, you have double glazed windows, you
Yep.
have air conditioning, over 3,000 square meters of land, so you have about 3/4 of an acre. The barbecue area, the outdoor shower, the courtyard, and it comes
Furnished.
That's right. I just cannot get out of my mind Jamie standing under that outdoor shower. Oh man.
Oh, geez.
This is a great piece of property.
time for some fun stuff.
Skiing! There it is. Can you go skiing in Puglia? You can. It's actually less than 2 hours away, which is surprising to me. And there's definitely plenty of golf.
Oh, absolutely. And that's 20-ish minutes away.
There you go.
There we go.
Where's
The beach.
the beach?
Tons of beaches here.
Obviously.
Gorgeous beaches.
Yeah, and we have a trivia question coming up for you very shortly, okay?
Do.
Here we are. We are, how far is that? 30 minutes? 30
Yep.
minutes away right there? Okay.
Not too bad.
That's what we're talking about.
Beautiful.
The beaches down here and the coastline is unbelievable. That being said,
Approximately how long is Puglia's coastline, the longest of any mainland Italian region?
comments below and we'll give you the answers at the end of this episode. Okay.
Eels, which means lake.
Okay, what's interesting is that lake is right on the coast.
Are you sure that's not?
Yeah, I'm sure, because you always yell at me about the lakes, okay?
Yell. I
Yeah.
would never yell at you,
Holler.
honey man.
Okay, you read the next one. Don't think, just read. Ready?
Okay.
If you don't want to swim in a lake with eels, and I'll read it right away.
Okay. Wet humans.
Okay. Do you want to swim with wet humans? They're wet because they're in a pool. If you want to swim with humans instead of pools, instead of eels. Yes. There's one
in town.
In town. Very nice.
Hiking. Lots of hiking in the area.
Okay, I like that. And look at it. The closest one is about 11 minutes away.
That's great. Or you
All
could
right.
just walk around. You're not getting
Yeah.
many mountains here, so
Yeah, no.
you just walk around.
Yeah, walk. You're hiking. Look, you're walking, you're hiking. Okay.
Castles everywhere.
Okay. Guess what? You have a castle 12 minutes away.
Ooh,
And I like that.
I do too.
Very much.
That's fun.
Welcome to the second of 3 1-minute wanders. Okay, this one is 40,000 euro, which is how much US, babe?
About 46,000-ish, 40 square meters, almost 450 square feet, a 1-1 in the historic center.
Okay, look at these ceilings, guys.
Woo.
I'm just saying, it's gorgeous.
It is.
I love those floors too, actually.
They're nice.
Okay.
I also see heat, which is great.
Okay, but look at this. This is your general area.
Pretty
This is your
entrance.
neighborhood. This is where you want to be. Look at the details outside, okay? Would you like that on your front door? I would.
10?
Yeah. No, all that stuff.
Oh.
All this stuff, you know?
Yep, it's pretty.
Head up these stairs. Here is your door. This is beautifal. I like this
I was looking
area.
to see what was above the door. A little
Plants.
mural. Look at that pretty. No, see above.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
Ooh, what a pretty space.
Yeah, how cool is this?
That is so unique.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So it's, you know,
Ceiling.
this is 40 square meters. So you think about how you would set this up. Look at that fireplace over there.
That's beautiful.
You know, you could definitely do some damage in here. Look at that built-in.
built-in.
You know, look at the door there. This fireplace is gorgeous. Where would the Christmas tree go?
That is right next to it on the other side.
That's right.
Ooh,
Pretty cool.
Look at all these details.
You know, I didn't know they had a sculpture thing on a plate of
that
me.
built-in
Yeah. Okay, but you can see.
on a plate of me. That's
Yeah.
what.
oh, that's funny.
That's
I
what
thought
you
that.
just said.
What's that? Is it a pony wall? No,
Wow. It looks like
a
the
donkey.
horse head.
And there it is. There's our sculpture. You and I. That's
Look at the pretty sconces.
okay.
So you have 1 bedroom, 1 bath. They're not showing the bathroom though.
I know.
They're being tricky.
They are.
40,000 euros, about 46,000 US, 40 square meters, about 450 square feet. Historic center. You obviously have the star vault. You have the fireplace. You have heat throughout.
Star vaults.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Kitchen? Question mark?
Yes. Love this. Okay, this one could be very, very cool. Right in the historic.
This is a good little lock up and leave rental Airbnb.
Yeah.
For sure, in the historic center.
Done. Okay, let's take a deep dive into this town and see what it has to offer. Okay, look at all this. Look
Everything.
At this, okay? Everywhere you go, you have everything you need. I see restaurants and bars. I see a hardware store. I see
Dance
prenatal
classes.
over there.
Dance classes, I see gas
Salons.
stations.
You know, look at all
Oh my
this.
gosh.
Piazza,
There's everything in
piazza,
here.
piazza, piazza.
This is
pizza,
one of those
piazza, pizza,
That
piazza.
has everything that
Yeah.
you need.
very,
You're not going without here.
very cool.
We always like to take a minute to acknowledge sweet comments we get each week. Lou Wright Travel, my YouTube faves. Your channel is my Italian property go-to.
That's awesome.
And you are so lovely and funny. You make me laugh. That's so sweet. Thanks for all the great content. Thank you for the very sweet comment.
Yeah, salute to that. It's very nice. We
that's
appreciate that.
so sweet.
Okay, Colette. PPP. Good job, guys, again with those amazing houses. Happy soon-to-be birthday for Jamie Christmas
Jamie
Wife.
Christmas
Oh,
Wife.
I like that. That's hysterical.
That's sweet. Thank you, Colette.
Here is the second Bella Italia trivia. How well do you know Italy?
Puglia is one of the top regions in Italy for producing what shellfish delicacy from Taranto's special waters?
Comments below. Jamie Wife.
Yes, honey man.
Does Amazon deliver
Of course they do.
next day to 2-day delivery? That's
Yep.
pretty nice
They're getting better and better.
for an IT manual. No.
IT mineral.
Mid-middle. Okay, there's no IT going on this. There's 98.6 degrees. There's no information technology going on that. For
It's a baby bath.
Oh, the baby. How is it measuring temperature?
For a baby.
In the mouth?
Because
or
you
in
put the water.
Oh, the water. It's
a
It's a
bathtub.
bathtub. Okay. Next day
No
delivery.
kids.
No kids.
No kids.
Yeah, what is that? What do you do? I don't know.
Here we go. Let's talk about temps, baby. How hot we can be.
The beautiful Jamie Wife is talking about temperature. The
Yes.
average high in the hottest month is 83 degrees. That means it can get into the 90s, but the average high is there, which is what for our Celsius people.
28-ish degrees,
And this is interesting. It actually gets pretty cold.
chilly.
38 degrees Fahrenheit.
which is 3 degrees for our Celsius people.
And what does your hair think of the humidity?
It doesn't love the humidity in the summer here. We know it's hot. It gets toasty in the summers. This is a good, like, everything but summer for us option.
That's right.
And then you rent it out in the summer because lots of people love going there in the summer.
That's right.
I would just burst into flames.
And let's talk about snow.
No.
Snow.
Mobile and internet, Verizon 5G and 4G.
Wintray.
Vodafone.
Iliad and Tim, 5G, 4G Plus, and 4G.
And Starlink is available all throughout Italy.
Ready for some answers to the Bella Italia trivia?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Approximately how long is Puglia's coastline? The longest of any mainland Italian region?
It is about 500 to 540 miles or 800 to 870 kilometers.
Ooh.
Right?
Tons.
Yep, pretty big. Bella Italia trivia 2. Puglia is one of the top regions in Italy for producing what shellfish delicacy from Taranto's special waters? Mussels.
Welcome to the third of 3 1-minute wonders. This one, what's your magic number? What's our magic number?
27.
This one's 27,000 euros.
Which is 31,000-ish US.
Okay, it's
This
pretty.
is a good investment opportunity.
Yeah, let's get into this one, okay? Look at this. There's an entrance.
So 25 square meters, about 270 square feet.
Look at the ground there. That's pretty, right? Do a little bit of painting right around there, your front door, but actually check out this area. Beautiful.
You are in the historic center.
Step inside, and this one is in great shape. This one is not a dungeon.
This is a great Airbnb. It's ground floor, which a lot of people want, and to be in the middle of it all.
Okay. I see a good amount of space for what this is.
Right.
Okay. Look at this. You have this area over here too.
You do.
High ceilings, light and bright. It makes it feel nice and big. You know, a little
Yep.
kitchenette type thing over there.
Yep.
I mean,
it's great.
You could do your business. You could do your business right there.
Business.
Okay.
Little bidet carino, so you
That's
have
right.
your bathroom. You have the whole thing you need here for a rental. So you could visit, use it, rent it out all the rest of the time.
Okay. 27,000 euro, 31,000 US in the historic center.
And that's a wrap on a Martina Franca wander. Hope you're nice and toasty and warm dreaming about those Puglia streets.
I'm nice and toasty and warm dreaming about Jamie, wife here. Okay, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. We are here every Friday at 6 p.m.
Eastern time.
to bring you the best of the best properties for sale in Italy. I hope you warmed up this week.
Yes. Until next time, keep dreaming big and keep wandering with wine. Salute and bye.